Multi-million-dollar business? Not yet, but it'll get there. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back with another video, and in this video I'm going to share my story on how I started my first business at 18 years old in my college dorm. Everyone wants to achieve that financial freedom and basically be their own boss and answer to themselves. And this thinking is what led me to starting my journey as a CEO/COO, and here's how it went. Now, before I can get to the story of how my business started, let me talk about what my business is. So my company is Smart Minds Tutoring, which is a tutoring company that specializes in SAT, ACT, AP exam, and general math English tutoring, and we also offer college guidance. Now, right now, we are still a startup. We have been in business for a year and a half, so things are still in the starting phases. Infrastructure, starting to get clients and tutors. So we still got a ways to go, but I'll talk about how successful we are right now and how we were able to rise throughout this whole journey. So the way this business even came to be is actually pretty interesting and almost all by chance. So I currently attend University of Maryland College Park, and before I attended this university, I was trying to get to MIT and Stanford. I was trying to be one of those top shots and get into those super prestigious colleges for computer science. Now, when you're applying to these top colleges, usually there's an interview phase. And for me, I had to go through this interview phase for MIT and Stanford. Now, my MIT interviewer lived probably an hour away from where I live, and he was this person named Troy Bundy. He's a successful CEO of this software contracting company. So when we talked, he's a businessman, I'm a businessman, or I was an entrepreneur, right? Wanting to become a businessman. We hit it off. We talked a lot about business, entrepreneurship, almost things that were not even related to MIT or computer science. So as he's asking me about my anime channel, how much money I made off that, and how I'm starting to make a financial YouTube channel, which is actually this YouTube channel, because if you're OG, you know this used to be a financial channel. 2 weeks to 1 month after the interview, Troy hit me up via email, and he told me that he really liked my entrepreneurship spirit and drive, and my sense of marketing, my sense of understanding how people react to certain things. And you asked me, do you want to start a business together based around SAT tutoring? Because I saw your SAT score, and I think that this space needs to be revolutionized because the current companies are just, corporate companies that really don't teach you the best way possible, just want your money.
Give me your f***ing money!
And of course, at this point, I never really understood business, but the idea of just owning my business, owning my own business, was just so appealing, and the need was pretty important because I was helping SAT kids on my own, tutoring them, and creating a business out of it made a lot of sense to me. So I was like, let's do it. So fast forward to August 2019, I remember we sat down at his office and we signed an operating agreement, which is basically an agreement that you create at the start of your business that basically tells you, hey, this is your role, this is your role, this is how much you own of the company, this is how much you own, and basically how the company will operate from here on forward. Now, just because we signed the agreement on August 2019, which was the month before my college started, because my college started in September, that doesn't mean we officially started doing business. We still had no site, 0 clients, 0 tutors, so like I said, the company was just a newborn baby at that point. Now, of course, if you guys see my other videos, you've seen that Smart Minds Tutoring has grown, and since then we got tutors, we got clients, and throughout this whole process, I've learned so much. And now, it'll be very selfish of me for me to not share what I've learned to everyone watching this video, because you guys may be interested in starting your own business while you're at college. Or maybe you're about to go into college, you want to start your business already as a high school senior. So here's some tips and things that I've learned throughout this journey. The first thing is delegation. Delegation is super important because you can do a lot on your own, but you really can't do everything. And that's so obvious, but you really don't understand that until you start businessing.
What?
But let me give you an example for our business. So I'm a CS major, and I've created websites before, the front end and the back end, so I understand how to create a fully functional website. But the time that it takes to make a really full-fledged website was time that I did not have, because remember, I'm a college freshman. I have my college classes, so balancing college classes and creating a site that's robust and very nice looking could literally drain me of any fun time. And at the same time, my partner has another company that he has to operate, so no one really had time to create a site, and he was also a computer science enthusiast. So we hired someone through Upwork, and that person was from India, and he basically created a site for us within 2 to 2.5 months. The site was very nice looking. You can check it out in the link in the description below, and it was fully functional. It has payment integration, it had nice text, there was search engine optimization going on, and everything was pretty nice. Now, of course, there's associated costs. This guy cost a couple of $1,000, and for a startup, that may be a lot of money depending on how much initial capital you have. But sometimes, guys, you have to realize that these are costs that you got to put forward, because if you really want your startup to succeed and you want your startup to become an official like big company, a big corporation, and that's what you got to do. And another thing that I learned was employee management. And this was such a crazy concept to me, and I'm pretty sure you guys are like, what? Wow, this would be a crazy concept. But I never understood the idea of being a boss. Like, I understood it, but the idea of myself becoming a boss and like someone like looks up to you as your boss was super weird. So obviously our first couple of tutors were friends of mine that I've known for a pretty long time, that I knew were exceptional teachers, all had super high SAT scores. So I brought them on, and based on, you know, the company structure, I was technically their boss. But the idea of it was so weird. Like, your homeboy is referring to you as a boss. You can't have that, right? So I remember telling every tutor, even now when a tutor comes on, and even if I don't know them, I still tell them the same thing. I'm not your boss. I'm just someone who's guiding you on how to tutor students properly, and someone who manages your pay. So I'm not your boss. Treat me as your friend. You know, we're basically the same age, so don't have that weird company outlook on me. And personally, I always felt that when I had my own business, I would not have that regular corporate structure where, you know, there's this nervousness and there's this deep pressure when the boss arrives. Like, no, it's not about that. It should be a nice, relaxed, nervous-free environment where everyone's working hard and there's a nice, you know, amicable, sociable relationship between everyone. But yeah, employee management is a big thing, and keeping that nice relationship with their employees is a must. Now, the last big thing I learned about, you know, being a business owner and being involved in business processes is marketing. Marketing is such a big thing, and in today's age when you got TikTok and YouTube, influencer marketing, in my opinion, is the best way to market any product, or in our case, a service. Because people look up to influencers. Like, I'm sure for whatever odd reason, there are a couple of people, maybe one or two people who are watching this video who may look up to me and be like, wow, I want to be like that guy. I don't know why, but maybe. I mean, just think about it. If LeBron James is using Old Spice and you love LeBron James, you'll be like, hey, let me use Old Spice too, because I want to be like LeBron James. So that's why influencer marketing is such a big thing, and why you want to have influencers with lots of followers being a part of your business. So of course, we started marketing campaigns through AdWords. I marketed through my own YouTube channel. You may even think this whole video is a marketing video, which actually isn't. It's just me sharing my story. We also contacted influencers because, like I said, it's a huge market. It's a huge way to reach out to consumers. And the funny thing is, when sponsors reach out to me, they always give me rates, and I always like tell them, hey, a little higher, or sometimes, yeah, that rate is good. And just talking with sponsors back and forth was sometimes like a long process. But now it was like I was in the other person's position. Now I was trying to contact the influencer to sign them to a sponsorship deal. But now I was in the other seat. I was trying to contact the influencer and sign them to a sponsorship deal. So seeing like the both sides, like one as an influencer, one as an influencer recruiter, it was really interesting, and it's really like a new thing for me. Now, I've talked about what I learned in the entire story of SMT, but I know a big thing that you guys are probably wondering is how I even balance all this with college classes. Well, let me tell you guys some things. One, having a partner helps, right? You obviously can't handle all the business processes as a college freshman. So maybe start your business with a couple of friends, maybe 2 or 3, maybe even one other person. I think 2 or 3 is probably the best bet, especially if you're a college student and your partners are all college students. You want like a couple of them, because that way you can divide responsibilities and you will not overflow and overburn yourself. Because if you burn out, then nothing's getting done. And of course, the late night grinds. Guys, if you're a college student, you're already probably going to be grinding late night. And if you're a business owner on top of that, then yeah, late night grinds will happen. You may be sleeping at 3 a.m. some nights, but it is what it is. It's for the glory of your future. And of course, the last thing is time management. Guys, I went to parties. I had lots of fun at college, but I made sure to do all my work beforehand, all my business stuff, all my school stuff before, so I could be stress-free when I went to these parties. Because why would you want to go to a party thinking about, oh shoot, did I pay my tutors? Like, come on, handle it beforehand and just have fun at the party. And if you guys want to start your business and learn the necessary skills you need to be successful in creating your own business and growing it, then I recommend for you guys to use Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for creative and curious people. You can explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and open a whole new world of creativity with the amazing classes they offer. Like, for example, as someone who's trying to grow my business, I always look at Skillshare's business related classes and actively study them and watch them, even take notes on them, because there's so much enrichment and so much knowledge in those videos that as I watch them, I can already feel myself becoming a better business owner day by day. The lessons help you stay inspired, express yourself, and introduce you to a community of millions of people. The class I'm taking right now, Run Your Own Business, Lessons from Biggie, is just one example of these amazing, inspiring classes that Skillshare offers. Call me the next Bill Gates. And the best part about Skillshare is that it's curated especially for learning, meaning there's no ads within the videos, and it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. Since I want you guys to get Skillshare so badly, the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description below will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. So be sure to click that link and don't miss out. So even with Skillshare and even with my experience, I'm still obviously a new business owner, and the whole idea of owning a business and operate my business on a day-to-day fashion is still amazing, it's still intriguing, and I can't wait to see where everything goes. And it's funny because everyone asks me, why are you running a business as a computer science major, and that to a business that can be pretty demanding sometimes on a day-to-day basis? Well, I talked about it in the beginning of this video. Everyone wants to have that financial freedom, right? Everyone wants to be able to be their own boss, do what they want to do in life. So my view on money in life is that obviously money doesn't buy happiness, but it brings you really close to it. And then there's other stuff that goes into it that will ultimately make you happy. Because once you have money, you have the freedom to do anything. Nothing is holding you back. You don't have debt. You don't have to worry about mortgage. You have freedom and you can do whatever you want. You can follow your passion that you've always wanted to. You can create that big impact on the world that you've always wanted to through money. Having a lot of money is like a perfect alley-oop. It sets up the ball right above the net, and now it's up to you to dunk that ball and get that bucket. So money is important to me, and I feel like it should be important to everyone, right? Yes, it doesn't buy happiness, but like I said, it brings you pretty close. Now, I'm not saying you should only start a business to make money, but money is one of the motivations. But if you're creating a business that has a positive impact on people, and in my case, it'll be on people's test scores, so you have a 100% success rate, then that's amazing. You're not only making money, but you're helping people along the way. And that's like the perfect combination. That's really why I'm still, a part of this business, why I'm still running this business, and why I'm still very enthusiastic about it. So if you guys want to check it out, click the link in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. Check out Skillshare, become that next Bill Gates, and peace.